Tonight, get ready to feel the need for speed. I'm here in London at Criterion Games to give you an exclusive new look at the action racing of Need for Speed Most Wanted. From the fastest car in the world to some high-speed cop chases, we've got that and more. Plus, we take cover in this week's Combat Facts. Justine gets hands-on with the Oculus Rift. Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park gives us a sneak peek at new footage from Medal of Honor Warfighter. Then Ash dons the cowl and takes on her rogues gallery and Hey Ash, what you playing? I'm the most wanted. Are you? GTTV starts right now. Welcome to an all-new GTTV right here on Spike. I'm Jeff Keighley. This week, coming to you from London, England, and the home of Criterion. They're working on the brand new Need for Speed Most Wanted, and tonight we've got an exclusive new look. We're going to start things off with the VP of Criterion and creative director himself, Alex Ward. I know you as Mr. Burnout, but now you're Mr. Need for Speed here. What excites you about Criterion's spin on the Most Wanted franchise?
I think we're excited to get the keys to it. We're excited to take it to a new place. We're excited to put our spin on it and take our vision of racing and connected play to a new audience.
Secondaries now diverting.
I think when I first saw this game at E3 this year, it felt to me in many ways like a spiritual sort of successor to what you guys had done with Burnout Paradise. How much of this game is Burnout versus Need for Speed? What's the difference?
Well, it's made by us. I don't think there is a difference, right? I mean, it's our DNA. It's who we are. It's what we've done for, certainly I've done for 12 years now.
Some people say Need for Speed is, a little more simulation, more, real cars, and Burnout was obviously, sort of make-believe cars.
Only because we didn't have the money. If we'd had the money, it would have been real cars from day one. We never had the money.
What were some of the car manufacturers, probably wouldn't have loved the idea of their cars exploding and, barrel rolling?
We harassed them, really.
How do you balance that out, the fun factor, with obviously trying to, be realistic about the physics and how the cars handle?
I think this time we spent a lot of time on the physics and the handling. I think when we started Burnout, we didn't simulate wheels at all. It was pretty much a block, and that's how we made it slide. I don't think we sweat the details on what's Burnout, what's Need for Speed. It's just us doing what we want to do. Right. I mean, we made Burnout. I think every game, any game we make's got cars in, you're probably going to think it's like Burnout, because we're making it go really fast and we're making it go sideways.
But there's something about Burnout, though.
You can't take it out of us. It's just who we are.
No, absolutely.
The game's Need for Speed. Obviously, we have real cars, but where we go with that is wherever we want to take it.
So is that what you hope, when fans play this, that's what they take away of how you're sort of really innovating this genre, pushing it forward, is that idea of kind of blending online and offline in a kind of an interesting way?
I just think they enjoy driving the cars, really, and having a good time. I mean, the game can be many different things to many different people. I'm sure some people are just going to drive around the world in different cars. I mean, we put all the cars open in the world, so you can just drive around and get in all the best.
I know there's no progression.
In the first hour.
I mean, no progression in terms of unlocking cars now, right? I mean, you can really. I guess they're most wanted cars. You can.
There's 10. There's the majority of the cars in the world from the start. Then there's 10 that you can't get that you will unlock through our single player progression. So we'll still put some progression in there, but we didn't see the point anymore of keeping, starting a bad car and build the best car. If you want to go and drive the Aston or the Porsche Carrera, or you want to drive the Camaro, go and find it and drive it and use that as you're playing through the game, rather than having to just spend time and not give you what you want.
In most live fire combat situations, cover is key, but how realistic is it to fight back from a fortified position? Today, we ask the question, can a soldier blind fire from cover and expect to hit his targets like you can in today's combat shooters? We find out as Saber Ops brings us the Combat Facts.
Full auto.
All right, I'm joined now by Mike Gilmore from Saber Ops here at the Combat Facts range. Mike, what did we do today?
Well, today we were using the MP7 and we were trying to simulate a blind fire situation. We approached a building and basically engaged targets through the window without looking. It's a lot more difficult than what you think, and you're sacrificing accuracy and round accountability for volume of fire. Scenarios where that would come into play are hallways and stairways, where you basically know what you're shooting at.
So tell us about the test itself. Is this something that felt really uncomfortable and unnatural for you to do, or what?
Honestly, the MP7 made it very comfortable. It's lightweight, it's got a lot of firepower. I was comfortable managing the weapon. What I wasn't comfortable with was where it was firing and what I was aiming at. You do not want to just spray rounds downrange. You are accountable for your ammunition, you're accountable for what you're shooting at. I would never want to do a blind fire situation.
So what would soldiers do in a scenario like that? If they wouldn't blind fire, how would they actually take out somebody that was a threat at close range?
Other options out there is to throw a frag grenade down there, see what happens. You know, you're not going to be out there alone. You got a guy to your left, a guy to your right, so use your fire team to effectively take down the target. Fire, shoot, move, communicate with your team members.
Does the decision to blind fire depend ultimately on the weapon that you have? Would some be better suited for it than others?
I would say that this MP7 is really great for that. When you get into the bigger assault rifles, it's bigger, longer, clunkier.
But the MP7 or a weapon like that that's more compact would obviously be preferred in a blind fire situation.
Definitely preferred.
So knowing what we know and with our test today on the field, would you say that blind fire in today's video games is a combat fact or a combat fiction?
Combat fiction.
When we return, we check out some of the fastest cars in Need for Speed. Is virtual reality the next big thing? Justine checks out the Oculus Rift.
I'm so scared.
And later in the show, is Ash the hero we deserve?
Contribute. I can't do the voice.